Okay, major life update, guys. I am still an F2 doctor. Hi guys, it's Monday and don't mind me, I ended up not finishing the vlog on Saturday. I was so tired. I dropped people off home and I even forgot my bag at my girl's house and I was like, oh, I'm going home to rest because I was just so over it. But come through skin. And the weather is meh, but I actually like it because last week was way too hot. I've had a really productive day today. It's my non-working day, which is Monday. So I've been to the gym. I have been doing some prep for my girl's hen do. Shush shush, we can't tell any details yet. And now I'm about to go for my wax at my sister's, and then when I come back I'm going to do a PowerPoint presentation and get that sorted. So I just thought, let me do some quick car content while we're here. I am still a foundation 2 doctor. If you didn't know, I'm letting you know now. I have been part-time, less than full-time, LTFT for the whole duration of my F1 and F2. So that essentially means I became an F2 in November. And also my foundation 2 rotations consisted of 2 supernumerary rotations. So it means I wasn't on call, I wasn't working at an SHO level. I was generally just doing a 9-to-5 job in GP and psychiatry, and I only had one rotation, which was my surgical rotation, which I was working as a senior house officer in SHO. So yeah, I'm still an F2. My F2 finishes in November. So when I tell people I'm still an F2, a lot of people get really sad for me and I don't know why. This was not a bad thing. It was not a surprise. I wasn't sad about it. I was really happy because I always planned to do an F3 year anyway. I never planned to apply to specialty training straight off the bat. And I think for me, I just need a little bit more time to become confident as a doctor before applying to any specialty training. Not to mention, I hadn't made my mind up. Anyway, when I tell people I'm still an F2, they get really sad for me and I don't know why. I guess because they're like, oh my god, you didn't finish it in 2 years. I'm breaking the system. I do not fit the status quo and I always do things differently. I've always known I wanted to take an F3 year, so it really didn't matter to me how long my training was going to be. I wanted to, number one, get enough confidence working as a doctor before applying to specialty training, and number two, actually know and decide and be confident which specialty I wanted to apply to and not just apply for vibes, quote unquote. So the other life update is I have switched from surgery. I've left surgery because I don't like surgery and I wanted to get experience in the emergency department. I'm in the emergency department for a few weeks, but I'm also switching one more time. I'm going to pediatrics. It's kind of like a catch-22. I'm finishing my F2 rotation in pediatrics, but then I'm staying in pediatrics because I got a clinical fellow job. Woo! I got a clinical fellow job for my F3 year. That wasn't actually the plan initially. However, in the Northwest, they've standardized the rates of locums and the availability of locums has gone down significantly. So I did not want to have to fight to get any locum jobs or to actually get shifts in my F3 year. And I wanted to be able to, number one, make money, number two, be confident in whatever I am working at. And so I applied to a few clinical fellow jobs. The 2 pediatric clinical fellow jobs I applied to, I actually got, which I'm like stoked. One of them was at my hospital. The second one, I was actually put on the reserve list, and then they emailed me the other day saying that I got a role. And I was like, this wasn't exactly the role I applied for. It's still in the pediatric department, but I wanted the pediatric emergency department and they wanted to put me in the normal pediatric department. Because it's a tertiary hospital, I just felt that the burden of a clinical fellow would be too much, especially for someone that hasn't had any specialty training in pediatrics. So I decided to decline that offer, and that's absolutely fine. I'm just really excited I got to experience sort of the application and the interview process, my voice. But the bright side is I will be an F2 in pediatrics and then I will switch over to a clinical fellow. That is at the beginning of December. She is a happy baby. So that's all the positive news, life update over, guys. I have some more negative news, but I will do a separate video because number one, your girl is really going through it. Even though I'm always smiling, there are things going on in my life and I know I don't showcase that. But I really want to come to you guys and tell you guys things that I have learned and my journey and my experience and just sort of go from there. For now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe and share. Make sure you tune in next time to Ciaomedic. Thank you for tuning in to Ciaomedic. If this is your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, hi. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the love and support. If you don't see me here on YouTube, you can catch me on TikTok. I'm also on Instagram and I'm on LinkedIn. So you will always catch me somewhere. I think I post mostly on TikTok, but I post real life updates on Instagram stories. All right, guys, I will see you later. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now.